about to start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of No Conduct Radio. Tonight we are taking your relationship questions, and we are joined by Logic and Char. BJ bounced on us. He doesn't like us anymore, so we don't have BJ today. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
I was about to say, am I the only one here or something?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'm here.
Good Lord. Just the lackluster responses. Here, I'm doing great. I'm here. Char.
Sorry.
How was your week? How was everybody's week?
Fine.
Somebody talk. Oh, good God. Never mind.
I can't. It's hard to understand what you just said. What were you saying?
I said, how's everyone's week going?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, keeping away from the cold and all that nonsense out there.
Oh, my God. It's horrible. Horrible up here. Char, what's the temperature by you? What, like 86?
It's also very warm, like in the 70s, the 60s, 70s, mid-70s. It's been really warm, unseasonably warm. It's not usually this warm at, this particular time. So I'm not complaining, but I kind of miss having some kind of winter. I mean, that means we're going to have an excruciatingly hot summer, so I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Don't y'all always have an excruciatingly hot summer?
Yeah, but we still have winter. We have 4 seasons. And so this year we didn't have winter at all. I mean, it's crazy. It's just so hot. I'm so hot. I'm not wearing a jacket. And, literally it's hot to be wearing a jacket. Now, at night it does get a little bit breezier, but it's just crazy. It's just too hot, I love winter. I like snow. And worst case scenario, if you really want to see snow, you can drive up to the mountain where everyone skis. But other than that, it's pretty warm. This whole winter season's been very warm, and today is definitely another one of those
There are
warm
mountains
days.
over there to go skiing?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Lots of mountains.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. The only thing I know about there is Las Vegas. That's it.
No, they got the Sierra Mountains out there.
You know what I'm wondering? And this is completely off of this topic. It's just because we're talking about mountains. Where are the Caucasus Mountains? Because I was telling my daughter the other day that people like to call white people Caucasians, incorrectly, might I add. And I was explaining to her it's because of the Caucasus Mountains, and I just didn't remember where the Caucasus Mountains are.
Caucasians, like actual Caucasians, they look like kind of like Eurasian, Turkish-looking people.
Well, they're in the Alps, though. She was asking where it is. It's in the Swiss Alps. That's actually where it is.
No.
Yes, they are.
Char, that's not the Caucasus Mountains. The Caucasus Mountains are like around the Georgia area. That's where they are.
In the Alps. That's the highest tip of the peak between Asia and Europe.
That is not. Switzerland is not near Asia.
I've always no, I'm not. Look it up yourself.
Okay, so we're about to do this on air. Where are the Caucasus Mountains?
Okay, what do you mean where? No.
Oh, I'm asking my phone.
Right?
The Caucasus Mountains are a mountain system in West Asia between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea in the Caucasus region.
Right, but it's
Georgia.
In the Alps. It says it right there. I've always known it was somewhere in the
Countries,
Alps.
Russia, Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Yeah.
Char saying yeah like
Georgia,
that's what she was saying the whole time.
Of all Georgia region, that's Caucasian.
So why do people call white people Caucasians then?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from, honestly. Before my time.
That's very interesting. You know the other thing I hate when they call white people, like I think older black people do this, cracker ass crackers. Like how is that something? I just thought about that because somebody sent me a message. I guess they sent out a group message and they were just like cracker ass crackers, and I was like, I just deleted it because I was like, okay. Nothing? Nobody has anything? All right, so we'll move on then. Good God. It's dead without BJ. BJ, we need you. Where are you?
Hold on. Say it again because my Bluetooth is messing up. You said when people said what to you?
No, I said the other thing I hate when people call white people cracker-ass crackers. I said because somebody sent me a post. I think they were sending out a group post today, and they sent me something in Facebook, but in the instant message, and they were like, look at this cracker-ass cracker. And I was just like, just because they said that, I just deleted it because I was like, okay. I don't think,
that's from,
I don't believe in racism for racism, like an eye for an eye and all this stuff.
But, I mean, the other thing is, cracker doesn't bother white people. Like, they don't, that's not an insult to them. They don't care if you call them a cracker.
Because it's not an insult. It's stupid.
You know what the actual origin of cracker is?
No.
It's a lot of people think it has something to do with the cracker, like that you would eat with soup or something like that.
That's what I thought.
No, cracker is referring to the person that was working the whip on the plantation and the farm. And because the whip cracked, they call that guy the cracker.
Oh God, that's
so bad. It's like how's that an insult? Like that's them being dominant on the place. Yeah, so it's like I don't like why call a white person a cracker? They don't look at
wow,
that like,
no,
I didn't know that at all.
Well, you guys, there's something else interesting to add to that, like as far as I don't want to. I mean, I guess you can say it's history, but it's racial history, if that's even a word. But they say that the word picnic. Well, let me ask you this: does anyone know what the original origin of the word picnic represented? And then I'll give you the answer and let you know.
It represents them picking a nigga and lynching them, having a cookout.
Out in the great outdoors. You're absolutely right. Isn't that crazy? But yet a picnic we represent with something happy, something peaceful, even romantic. Yet that's what we're celebrating with picking, what they call a nigger off or picking them and lynching them. Like pick that one, just lynch him.
Well, they celebrated it to the point where they had postcards. Once they mutilated them, they would take pictures and put it on postcards. So people like in Kansas would get postcards of a burning black man, and it would say "Best wishes from Alabama" or something like that. Like that's what they did.
But I was gonna say, I don't even understand that. How is that even humane? That's barbaric.
Right.
I don't think they were worried about being humane or not. I mean, that was just what they did.
But back in the day, they would call, for instance, the natives. They would call them, I can't think of the word,
savages.
Like barbaric. Savages. But what they were doing was savage. That was insanely savage. Burn a person and then rip them apart. Save their pieces on your fireplace mantle and mail postcards. Have your children look at this and eat around a burning carcass. Do you know how bad a burning human must smell?
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
Well, what's even crazier is they would make their children participate, that's one of the craziest aspects of it. Where these kids were having normal child reactions to it, like covering their eyes, and they would make them watch.
Char, we have listeners asking if you have a TV on or something.
No,
well, they
I'm
just
sorry.
asked in general. I just know it's coming from your side.
I'm sorry. I'm actually at work, guys. You know, I have been taking off on Thursdays or leaving early, but today our secretary isn't here, so you'll probably be the buzz of the environment, so I'll try to mute it when I'm not speaking. So thank you, caller or listener. I appreciate it, and I do apologize.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
They didn't really point that at you. It's just I know the noise was coming from you. They were just, messaging in asking what was all that noise. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of call centers sitting. I'm at a call center, so you can. Yeah, I can imagine. It's definitely going to be on mute from this point. Okay.
Yeah, but all that stuff is crazy. But anyway, that was just something that was on my mind. I was wondering where the Caucasus Mountains were, and people calling white people crackers. It was just insane to me. So, anyways, we can get into the relationship question. So, I had a question that, and I know that was kind of loud. I had a question that I promised I would ask on air today. So, here's the question. My husband has been messing with a woman that he says is a longtime friend, and they agreed to meet up. I had no clue about this. I noticed that they were acting funny, so I decided to look at his messages on Facebook and discovered that they had been messaging each other back and forth since the beginning of January. She's married as well, and they were planning to meet when we, meaning me and her husband, were at work. When I confronted him about it, he said he did not tell me because he knew how I was going to react. My question is this cheating, and am I overreacting?
Well, no, it's not cheating. I mean, no, sorry. She's not overreacting. If this was a longtime friend of his, then she would have met this longtime friend of his already. Two, if they were planning to meet up and everything was on the up and up, there would be no reason for her not to know that. I can't. No, she's being sneaky about something. So, more than likely, what I say, men and women can't be friends. If it was a work colleague that had something to do with work, where they had to go to a meeting or whatever, and blah blah. I don't know. I mean, that might be a little different story, but them carrying on online and something sneaky going on. He definitely was planning on doing something.
Well, I agree. I agree that if husband or wife is talking to the opposite sex and your partner doesn't know about it, and you're going to meet and your partner doesn't know about it, I don't care for whatever reason. I think your partner should know about it regardless. Then it's an issue. If it was just something for work or whatever, then you shouldn't have a problem telling your partner about it. So I just think anybody of the
It's like that person is being sneaky to me if you can't just openly mention it or talk about it. I'm not saying get permission, but just be like, oh, by the way, you know what I mean? Because how would it feel?
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Not permission, but just mentioning it. I met this person at work or whatever, and whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna meet up and blah 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 blah. All right, well, I'm out. But if you're not mentioning it, if it's that much of a secret, no matter if you say something like, well, I didn't know how you would react, or I thought you would overreact, then if you thought I would overreact, then don't do it. Just that's it. If you can't tell me about it, then don't do it. If you thought I was going to overreact and it's something that you needed to go get done, then just tell me. Let me overreact while you walk out the door. So that's what I think. And that's what we think, caller. You're not overreacting. And, yes, it's cheating. So hope we helped you. The other one, this one just came in today, but I have to ask it because it was so bizarre. And you can see both of these questions in our relationship health question and answers group on Facebook. That's Relationship Health Questions and Answers. So this one just came in today. Like I said, I don't normally read the ones that just came in today because I have ones that have been sitting there for a while. But this one is just so bizarre. My fiance just told me that he slept with my mom in the past. This happened before we even met, and they were both surprised when they were introduced by me. He said it was hard for him to tell me, but he's saying it now because he wants to stop hiding this and doesn't want to bring this into our marriage. I'm horrified and don't know how to react. I haven't spoken to either of them, and my wedding is 3 weeks away. I'm so depressed and feel like I have no one to talk to. What should I do?
Cancel the wedding. You
my
can't
God.
marry some dude that your mother banged. What are you talking about? That's not an option. Cancel the wedding.
No, it's not.
But, I mean, she's
That's
already
ridiculous.
been with him for so long. It was just the only difference is now you're finding that out.
No, listen
he
to me. Hold on. There is no possible way that she can carry on in a relationship with somebody that had sex with her mother. That's a done deal. I don't care how much she liked the guy. I don't care how long she's been with him. It's a wrap. It's done.
That's disgusting.
I mean, she's been with him so long to the point that she's about to marry him. It's not like they cheated on her.
Okay, and guess what?
They did this before they even got together.
If she was,
for a lot of
she
reasons,
couldn't have been. Listen, she couldn't have been with him that long. If she was with him to the point where she's about to get married, then that means that he should have met the mother a while ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what they were saying. He met the mother when they saw each other. They were surprised that, you know what I'm saying, this is
okay, and it should have came out then. And the fact that neither one of them said anything means that both of them are agreeing, non-verbally or possibly verbally, behind her back to collude and lie about anything that happened. So you can't trust them, either one of them, your mother or this guy. There ain't nothing stopping him from banging her again.
I mean, it's not, I mean, from the question, it doesn't look like they, that's what happened. It was just this happened way before they got married.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, madam, whoever you are, if you want to continue to sleep with somebody that was knee-deep in your mother's cooch, then by all means, go ahead, because that's twisted and disgusting. Some dude was
disgusting. I mean,
grinding out your mother.
If you had found the perfect woman, like just perfect in every way, that you wanted to get down on a knee and propose to her, and then she finally told you, like,
and then I introduced her. I introduced her to my family, and I find out that she banged my father. She'd be out on her ass that afternoon. It would be a done deal. As much as I may love her and like her and thought that we had a future together, no rap. Okay? My father's wang was in this girl, and now I'm going to sit here and continue to kiss her and act like everything's cool. No. It's a done deal.
So what if, so I can understand the holding it back from you. But what if she told you, like, soon as you introduced her to your dad, and she pulled you aside, like, dude, I don't know how to tell you this, but it would still be a done deal?
As soon as she told me, I would open my phone and call an Uber and get them to take her out of there. I'd go for a drive.
I can understand the holding it back from you.
It's not messed up. I will not be with some chick that was blowing my father at some point. It's not happening. It's not going to happen from that point on. It's not happening. It doesn't matter. And number two, that's a red flag on her character, because why are you banging somebody that's the age of your parents? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm messing with some girl that's messing with a dude that's old enough to be her father. That's a red flag. So, I mean, on many levels, you got to go. That's a twisted relationship. Would you like one day my kids are gonna find out that mom was banging granddad at some point if it comes out?
There's no reason for the kids to find that out. It's not like
you don't know. Listen,
had
kids,
children.
Listen, people find out all kind of stuff. You think that things stay buried? They don't. Now, if that comes up, how would I look? What would I look like? You think the rest of the family ain't gonna find that out some way? It's gonna leak out. No, I'm not taking the L. Not today. Get out.
Well,
but
I guess.
Get out.
Would you even feel bad that you're no longer with her?
I might miss her, but I wouldn't regret the move. No. It's just unfortunate that she was a lost chick at one point banging an old guy.
Good Lord. Okay, well then, there you have it. I guess if I thought about it too much, I couldn't do it, 'cause that's nasty.
Listen, let me speak to this listener directly. Have some self-esteem in the relationship. He is not the only guy out there. Find yourself somebody else that won't be banging old chicks. Okay?
Yeah, he might not be the only guy out there, but it's very hard to find a good guy. So
what? You can't be desperate. See, that's desperation speaking with what you're talking right now. That's desperation. That's why it's a lot of women in jacked up relationships because they're so desperate because they think, maybe this is my last chance. I'm this old and I need to start having kids now, and then they end up with the wrong person. Don't be desperate. Wait for the right one.
I don't really think that's desperation. I think desperation is just taking anybody that comes along. But I'm saying if the person is a really good person,
no, that is desperation.
It's hard to find good guys.
But that is desperation. It might not be. What you're discussing is having no standards, where you'll take any guy as long as he's a guy, and he can just be in the house with you. That's a chick with no standards. Those are the kind of girls that take a dude that doesn't want to really be with them, but they only call him over, when they're ready to have sex. She has no standards. She's just taking anyone that will show her attention. What I'm talking about is desperation. She is desperate to have a man in her life. She is desperate to start a family right now at this point. Whatever her desperation is being driven by, it's still her being desperate. You cannot marry a man that was banging your parent. You cannot do that. This person gave birth to you, and this person that you're in love with was banging the birth canal that you came through. That's weird. You gotta cut it off. Why do you have to
make everything sound nasty?
Because it is disgusting. You can't, come on. Some guy is going to kiss a woman that was on some dude's wang that you shot out of into your mother. You're kissing that woman? No. Your father was on top of this chick at some point. You're going to still marry this woman? That's gross. I don't care how fine she is. Huh?
Does that kind of fall under the same attribute of somebody being with your friend, or is it worse?
Being with my who?
I said, does that fall kind of under the same attribute as you getting with a girl that was with your friend before, or is that worse?
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing that you picture is that's your friend was on top of this woman. That's very gross to me, and that's one of my codes. I don't mess with people that was messing with friends of mine. Now, it's a slippery slope when it comes to that too, because you can have friendships at one point that you don't really talk to those people anymore, and years have gone by, and it's possible that you can run into some chick that used to mess with a person that you were cool with, but then you got to kind of weigh it for yourself, like, is it worth the whatever that you would think in your head about, your used to be friend was with. You know what I mean? All of that comes down to whatever your standard and drawing the line is. It's a little bit more foggy. But anytime it comes to blood relationships, it's a wrap. I don't care if it's a cousin. Like your cousin. Your cousin was smashing your wife. No. Because your cousin is always going to be your cousin. Your friend can stop being your friend at some point. So it's a little different when it comes to friends. But your cousin is always going to be your cousin. Your brother.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not always close to your cousins, though. I could see your brother or whatever.
It does not matter because it could be 20 years down the line and you don't talk to your cousin. But there will be some Thanksgiving or some barbecue that you go to and your cousin's going to be there. And your cousin used to smash the chick that's been sitting next to you asking you if you want some potato salad. That dude right there was banging your wife. No. It's a bad look.
All right. Here's another question. My wife is in her 30s and going through a midlife crisis. She's having an affair with a guy she used to date. She asked for a divorce, and we have 6 children. What can I do to make her stay with me?
You can't make anybody stay with you. You gotta let them go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, seriously, like Logic was talking about earlier, that's desperation. If she's with another guy and she already asked for a divorce, I mean, I understand your kids, but she doesn't want to be with you. And I don't call that a midlife crisis. I call that being an asshole. So, midlife crisis is you, first of all, you're midlife. In your 30s is not midlife. And when you're going through a midlife crisis, you usually go out and buy a motorcycle or something, get a new hairstyle, something.
No, what she's doing is being a midday whore. That's as close as a mid anything that she's being. Okay, if she's going to bounce on you, you got kids, all of the things that you're thinking of ran through her mind too, unless she is a sociopath that doesn't care about anything or anyone outside of her own spectrum of feeling, which is rare to find that kind of person. So she, her kids run through her mind or whatever, but when it comes to this new whore that she's banging, whoever this guy is, that's more important. But here's the golden outline. Whoever she's with is going to drop her. Once you back off, you stop making the effort, you stop trying to talk to her, just back completely away. All of that, and then don't let her talk to you about her problems or whatever. Don't give her any energy whatsoever. Once you take yourself out of that equation, then all of the weight of this selfish person is going to start shifting to this person that she's banging. See, he's getting the body with none of the problems because she's giving him the body but giving you the problem. So make her shift all of her stuff over to this new guy, the body and the problems. Once she starts acting like a wife or a girlfriend, he's going to lose interest and she's going to be looking stupid. Let her drown herself. Back off. Get yourself together. Start putting your energy into yourself and your kids. Get a lawyer because she's going to try to get you for your guac. That's definitely going to happen. So start preparing yourself. Make your exit.
And that was Logic, by the way. Logic. But no, I seriously, I agree with him, though. Don't let your self-esteem or lack thereof basically come in the way of you leaving this woman. You need to grow some cajones and do exactly what Logic says. Here's another one. I can already answer this. Can I get married to a man that I don't love or have any feelings for? I mean, yeah, you can.
Why would you bother them? That's not what you're getting married for, just to have a companion. You can get a dog.
I mean, maybe the guy has
really,
money,
Char?
stability.
Well, anyone who's that cold to say something that empty inside, to say something like that, well, I mean,
oh my God.
Maybe she or he has no idea what real, commitment or marriage or love would be. So that's probably why they're asking that question. And what is with this? Oh my God, Char, the question was posed in that manner. Why would you even bother to make a commitment as serious as that to spend the rest of your life with someone that you actually don't love? You may not even like them. Then it makes me think, is there something else? Maybe there's an ulterior motive. So, a lot of times it's money or maybe status or maybe, I don't know, you're bored.
Well,
no.
Well, I mean, you're right, Char. It could be money, it could be status, security, or the fact that they're just like, oh, I'm never gonna get married, low self-esteem. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically you can. I don't see the marriage lasting, but you can.
But
and what were you going to say, Logic?
That's being dishonest anyway.
I was going to call her a whore and move on.
Good God. Why would she be a whore?
You're marrying somebody that you don't care about. What else could be the reason that you're going to get married besides economic safety and having a place to live and all that? There would be no other reason to get married. So she's being a whore. End story.
I don't know if I would call that a
Are you
whore.
Okay? Let me ask you this question, because see, you girls like to get goofy. If a dude had no house, no money, and he's just, every time you saw him, he's just drinking coffee in a coffee shop, but he has nothing to offer you as a person, and he said, hey, you want to get married? You have no relationship whatsoever. You're not attracted to this guy.
But not to sound like a feminist. Not to sound like a feminist, but that wouldn't work because he's the man. So,
okay.
No.
My point exactly.
I'm not marrying you for no reason, just to support you.
That's my point exactly. Women get married for other reasons than just... honestly, most nowadays women don't even get married because of love anymore, most of the time. It's about whether or not he seems like he's going to make something of himself. So my thing is...
Well, see, it's the same thing.
Let's not... What?
I was saying it's the same thing as she's asking.
No. What I'm saying is women don't get married for no reason. She's not just getting married to a guy just to say she's married. He has something that is worth her getting married for, which is likely money or security in some way. So if you are willing to marry a person that you have no feelings for, then you're being a whore. Because there's something else you're getting out of it that's more than likely material. That's what it is. It's probably some poor schmuck who's an ugly, fat guy or something, or old. There's something up with the dude where marriage is on the table. She doesn't like him, but more than likely, she's been leading him on and keeping him around for one reason or another. 9 times out of 10, money. Women hustle dudes like that all the time. They keep dudes around that they know that they can mess with their head a little bit to get this water bill paid or get this cell phone bill paid or something. It's something that this guy is doing for her that is up. And now she's contemplating getting married to him for whatever it is that he offers, but she doesn't have any feelings for him. So that will make her a prostitute. She's a whore. How is that a big leap? You think Anna Nicole would have married that old dude if he was working in a tire factory?
I think she loved him. No, I'm just playing.
Exactly.
Okay, regarding that. Sadly, but not surprisingly, some people, when they make that decision to do just that, which is scandalous, to marry someone darn well you don't have, really probably maybe anything about them but their money, at some point when they stay in the relationship, they actually can get to like them and even love them. And eventually they grow together. I know it sounds sick, but it does happen. It does happen.
Okay.
They started out
that does happen, like, for instance, in arranged marriages. So that, it's a possibility it could happen.
No.
But
you know what? You know why that happens?
You can have a change of heart. You can have a change of heart. You made a stupid decision. You're a very selfish person. You're a user. And then as time grows and he's being so to you, you just say, okay, you know what? My life is better, and he is not. The next thing you know, you might actually love him. I mean, it's weird, but it can happen. Sorry, Elijah. Go ahead.
What you're talking about is Stockholm Syndrome. When you're trapped with somebody.
Oh, my God.
No, listen, look, it's real rap. Okay, you can have, there's a dude that could be with a ugly girl. He knows she's ugly. She's ugly. Nothing is pretty about this girl. But if he spends enough time with her, there will be some part of him that will start to become attached to this ugly, horrible goblin. Because it's just, after a matter of time, it's Stockholm Syndrome. You start to bond with the person that you're captured with or imprisoned with. It's the same thing with these arranged marriages where the guy doesn't know who this is, doesn't want to be married to this girl, and the parents force him, and the girl doesn't want to meet, whatever the case may be. Or in this case, this chick is with an ugly dude. There's enough time that goes by where they just get used to each other, and it's like, yeah, I guess I do love him. But it's not really love. You just, you get to a point where you just get attached.
The logic, does that really qualify for as Stockholm? Because Stockholm isn't more so when you're imprisoned or being held against your will in a situation that you pretty much know you're
saying. You got into the parents forced you to get married. That's against your will, or you're with this ugly woman for whatever reason, and you feel like you're imprisoned. That's what he was saying.
No. I mean physically being held to stay in an environment in which you out and you just accept your situation. That's what Stockholm.
Hey, Char, what point of this do you think we don't understand? We get it. We get it. You're in. Listen to me. You're imprisoned in this relationship.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I've got the answer. I don't know where you're saying in prison. Where are you getting this from? The woman's living probably a happy life. The guy probably had a bunch of money. That's probably where her decision-making process was. How is that in prison? It was her choice. He's happy. He doesn't realize he's being used.
She is still talking. She is still talking.
That does not.
Char, I get it. I get it. Sweetheart, I get it. My point is that you're with somebody for whatever fucking reason. You're with them. You don't want to be with them. But after a while, you start to like the way they make pancakes or whatever, and you bond. It doesn't mean that you fell in love like, oh, God, this person is the sun and the star. It's just you're there, and you can't be anywhere else. So you just, it begins to be something that is of some type of affection. That's what it is. It's not real love. So all of that idea of you can learn to love someone, that's Stockholm Syndrome. You should be in love when you get married or you're getting married. When you should be excited about that. You should have a passion for this person to build a world with them and to continue down your road together. It shouldn't be the last march of the nth to your destruction. And then it's like, well, since we're going to die together, I just noticed that your eyes are a really nice shade of brown. No, that's not love. It's just, I guess you're okay. That's what it is. I mean, girls get with guys that they don't like, but then they have kids and they just love the fact that he's a good father. And so that's why they love him. They don't like him. It's just, well, he's a good father.
That's very sad, though,
Ew.
just to be with somebody because of...
Yes.
Not that you like the person. All right, so on that, this guy's wife cheated on him and got pregnant, and his question is, should he leave her? Which I don't know how this is a question, but that's the question.
Your wife is banging dudes on the side raw. Yeah, I think it's over.
Okay, but it's a question. It's not logical in my mind, but it is a question. People do this all the time. In some marriages, they decide to get through it. It's as sick as it is. That's an unforgivable event, in my opinion. But people do get through it somehow or the other. In some cases, that's why I'm saying it is a question. We're not going to give you advice to stay, obviously, if that's what they're looking for. But some people do work it out, and like years later, they're helping raise the child. It's crazy, but it definitely does happen in that way.
It does happen. From the man's point of view and from the woman's point of view, it happens.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happens. Whatever person got cheated on decides to lay their pride to the wayside and convince themselves that person has changed or will not cheat again. You don't know if they've changed or will cheat again. They might perfect the cheating game and cheat on you for many years to come, and you'll just never know. What she's done is broken the bond, because you're not telling us about how your wife cheated and she had to go get an abortion because she's pregnant, which means she still has it. And this is still an option for you? Why? She's smashing dudes raw. Time to go, sir. Ease your ass down that yellow brick road to get some pride and, self-esteem from the wizard and keep it moving.
Well, you know what, guys? I'll actually have a really weird story. I'm going to leave out names, dates, and places to protect them being innocent. But I have a niece who, she's been with her so-called fiance, right? He gave her a ring and all that for 3 years. About a year and a half ago, he banged some chick. He claims they were broke up. They were not broke up. She went away because her dad was quite ill. So she went all the way to Miami, Florida, every day bedside vigil. He assumed because she can't call from the hospital all day long, oh, you're cheating. So he got this girl pregnant, right? They broke up. Long story short, they get back together. And not only is my niece helping to raise the baby, but now he decided, oh, I'm not going to marry you anyway because you don't keep the house clean enough for me.
Oh my God!
Right?
You're shocked about that, Kai? You're shocked. Did that really shock you? Because you actually took a breath, like, oh my! Like, are you really shocked?
I was surprised. Yeah.
No. Let me tell you what. Listen, Char. Let me tell you what happened to your niece. She went away to see her dying father, or sick by whatever he was.
Right.
This dude said, it's party time now that the warden is away. So he's smashing all crazy and everything. He's using this excuse of, you couldn't answer the phone, so I just figured you were cheating. He already knows that she's going away because her parent is dying or sick. He knows this. It's not like she just left a note and said, be back later, can't explain, and just disappeared. He knew why she left. He smashed some chick raw, got her pregnant, and she came back, and instead of having dignity and saying, oh, for real? So you're going to get some chick pregnant while I'm away handling my parent dying or getting sick or whatever? I tell you what, I'm going to box all my stuff up. This will be the last time you ever see me. No. She then pulls a steely move and starts helping him raise the kid that he had with Suge, right? So now he realizes I can do whatever I want to do to this chick. I don't have to respect her at all. Nah, I ain't going to marry you now because of blah, blah, blah. And he has it exactly the way he wants because he's a hooah and she's complicit. Period.
I agree. But here's the thing: they broke up though initially when he got the other girl pregnant. They broke up for a time period, maybe long enough for her to have the baby.
Yeah, but then she took him back though.
Right. Then they got back together. Well, the girl put him out the house. He moved in with the girl, and then they started fighting because of my niece. And the next.
Oh my God!
This
is crazy. This is crazy. So okay. To recap, for those who couldn't hear Char.
Sorry.
So your niece went to Florida to help her dying father.
Right.
Her fiance or whatever cheated on her, got some girl pregnant. Your niece came back, kicked him out. He moved in with the girl he got pregnant, who then kicked him out because they were arguing about your niece. So he went back to your niece, and your niece was like, yeah, come on back. Then a couple whatever passed by, and he was like, yeah, I don't feel like marrying you no more.
Right.
Correct?
Well,
Good
yeah,
guy.
like so went by, another year and a half, something like that, and then he used some cockamamie excuse about the way she keeps the home. I mean, really, it could have been any excuse to just accept, be a man. He could have done that. He didn't do that, and just what it is. Say that you were never serious, but my thing is, if you stay in these situations where you get someone else pregnant, they don't stick around because you break up anyway, the marriage is already weak, or you wouldn't have cheated in the first place, right? So it's never a good idea to stick that out. I'm raising this child with you, and you're still going to leave me anyway over some other BS, really,
Well, I'm not raising somebody else's child that you cheated on me with, so that ain't happening. So
I wouldn't either. I told her not to, but I mean, it's just crazy. It hurts me to think about it, but hey, people make they lie in their own beds that they make whatever it's called, that's her bed. I mean, but it's just sad that people back after that. They do. They argue about it.
I have two really good questions, but I'm going to ask this one first. We've kind of had this same question, but I want to ask it because it's just such a girl. Just a girl would do this. A guy asked me out today, and I told him no, but I didn't really mean no. I just wanted him to try harder. Well, why didn't he try again?
Try harder. Is that what she said? Try harder?
Playing hard to get. Yeah.
I'm not even going to dignify that. Go ahead, take it.
I asked this specifically to you.
You really want me to address this?
Logic.
You're an idiot, and I'm glad he didn't try, and I hope you're alone for many years to come. Oh, God.
It's such a sick move. Like, if you
listen.
say yeah.
That's literally like someone saying, you got the job, but I didn't hire you because I wanted you to try harder. But I got the job. You know what I mean? You want me to retry for something that you wanted me to do, and I did. I did it. Why wouldn't you just give me what I asked for? He asked you out. You wanted him to ask you out. So why then would you not reward him with the number, which that makes me ready to throw up in my mouth just saying reward him with your number because you're not a prize in the first place. But, it's just so stupid. That's why you're alone, because you're an idiot. There you go. That's the answer to your question. You're dumb.
I don't know. Why do girls do that though? That's like this is like the third time we've had this same question.
Well, we already discussed. People are developing unrealistic expectations for relationships because of media or social media. I don't know what it is, but every guy is not going to be Rico Suave, like saying all of the things, and that's not realistic. You're not going to find a guy. Oh, well, let me put it this way. The odds of finding a guy that is extremely good looking, very well built, he's making above average money, and he has nothing but time to give to you, no kids, no prior or other focuses that he has that will take the time and attention away from you. And on top of that, he's debonair, and you're describing James Bond. Like, that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So you're looking for this dude. Like, I don't know what she wanted. She wanted the guy to ask her out, but I guess would she expect him to hold a boombox over his head outside of her window? Like, what else are you looking for? Well, this is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. But whatever it is, it was unrealistic, and I hope she never gets it. I hope that guy moves on, and he's with taking another chick out to lunch, and that burns in her stomach when she sees it. Like, wish she would have took me then. That's what you get.
All right. So, what is it like dating a feminist? So I guess
well,
what do you think it's like?
Man? Are you asking logic or me? Because how would logic
I
know?
think it would be what do we think it's like? Because that must be absolute horrendous. I don't even know how to say it.
No, not really. I mean, it could go either way. It could be obviously horrible because she has all of these. You have to wait for me to interpret whether or not I want you to hold my hand. Like you be dealing with that.
Good God, no, that would be it.
But it can be on an entire different side of the coin, which I've seen before, where you have a very prim and proper, very uptight. I don't want to say uptight, but a woman that is repressed. But when you get with her, she is like a dirty chick, when nobody's watching. When it's dark, and she goes over that like she becomes a different person. So it could be either way.
But a feminist do that though?
What do you mean by dirty? I don't get the dirty. You mean erotic? Erotic? What do you mean by dirty?
Well, I don't
what
mean
exactly do you mean?
If a girl is physically dirty, no one should talk to her. What are you talking? Of course, I'm talking about metaphorically speaking. No, I don't think any dude
dirty logic.
should
Like she
mess
hasn't
with
showered in like 2 weeks. Like she doesn't use soap or
no,
what do you mean?
No.
Like in bed?
Any chick. Let me just put this disclaimer out there. Any chick showing up to your house that's smelling like old clams, give her the rose. Tell her to turn around, keep it moving. No, I'm saying.
Who would give that person the time of day?
Oh, there's someone.
There's always someone. Are you really asking if there's a dude that would smash a chick that stunk? Are you asking that question?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Are you serious?
2 peas in a pod.
Okay, well, obviously I'm not serious. Never mind. I was just playing. It was a joke. I got you.
No, but to answer your question, you definitely can find a feminist that is by day chanting, "You will not disrespect us. Our bodies is our," but when at night she wants a dude to treat her like garbage. You know what I mean? And that's a turn on for her. That happens a lot more than you would expect.
I agree. I know that for a fact. I see it, or I have seen it. Yeah. It's
pathetic. And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you which one. Lawyers, teachers, doctors, and corporate women are dirty girls a lot of the time.
But that's what I just said. I said you mean erotic, like in the so to speak. That's not considered erotic if you just have all these very dirty ideas and
Oh my God. Char,
I don't know.
Char,
let me ask you this: Do you really think that the director of the emergency room of the Heinemann Hospital would want people to know that she gets a ball gag stuffed in her mouth at night? Like she's not going to let people know that. She's going to have this image like, you better respect me at all times. I have a doctorate degree and blah blah blah. But I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of them that have darkness in them. That when the door is closed, it's a whole different ball game.
But you know what, guys?
So, how many lawyers have you been with, Logic? I mean, I'm just inquiring minds wants to know. Just inquiring minds wants to know how many how many doctors and lawyers have you been with?
I'm just saying it's very, very common.
Not by experience, huh?
Logic, based on your experience, do you think it's because when you're in either a high-profile position or a very respected or powerful position, you're expected to be organized, mature, sophisticated, or directive, or whatever, and then so that's who you have to be 9 to 5. So then there's this something itchy to come out. You know what I mean? So that's when you can let your hands.
No, I think what it has to do. I think what it has to do is is with social pressure nowadays. Like, the social pressure on women is to have a career. And, like, if any woman talks about she just wants to be a housewife, like, other women look at her like she just said something that set them back or something like that. Like, you know, there's a stigma that's attached to a woman just wanting to be a housewife, you know. So there's a lot of social pressure on women to be these corporate strong women or doctors and stuff like that. And I think in the end of the day, the core of women hasn't changed. Women like masculine men. They want to feel safe, and they want somebody that can provide. So when you're dealing with a woman that's so far in the extreme away from that, which is she's a CEO, she's in charge, she's telling people what to do, and there's these other men around that are just bowing like, yes, yes, ma'am, I'll do that right away. That woman gets miserable inside, you know. So if she has a guy like that at home that's like Ray Barone, like, well, can I go out and just see my friends? Like, is that okay? And he's asking permission, and so she's going to be even more irritated because he's not being like a Viking, where it's like when the dude come home and she's like blah 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 and starts yammering. This is the thing that I'm gonna tell dudes. When your girl starts yammering a lot about her day and everything, you say and yeah, blah blah blah. But then there needs to be a point where you shut down her talking and you just do something physical to her without asking, no question. You just put the brakes on everything. Put her up against the wall. Do whatever you got to do and establish that dominance. I'm telling you, she'll appreciate that a lot more than you sitting there saying, yeah, and then what else did they say? Oh, man, that's crazy. If I were you. They don't want that. That's like a girlfriend. Be a man. If she's far in the opposite, you be far in the other way. You be a caveman. Don't even grunt at her. Don't even talk to her. You do all that. I'm telling you. It doesn't. That's women. It's not going to change. I don't care what happens.
Okay, next question. What? Hold on, let me find this. What?
Why did y'all take that pause like that? What was all that?
No. I mean, okay. Well, what I was going to say, but I figured we stayed on this question a little bit too long. I was going to say, personally, me not saying that I do the ball gags thing and all that kind of craziness, but my thing is I'm the boss everywhere. Like, look, there has to come a time where I'm not the boss. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, well, that's
See?
all you need to
Nobody's
say.
saying anything.
We all know what that means. No, that's what I'm saying.
What?
I said we all know what that means, so you don't have to say anything. What it is, you get tired of being a boss, as all women do. Women don't want to be the boss. They want to be with the boss. They want to be with the guy that is the leader. That's typically how it happens. Like, a woman wants to know that her dude will lead the way. Even if she's the boss at her job or whatever, he has to clearly be dominant. And I don't mean tyrannical, but being dominant, being aggressive, being very male is very important, especially in this day and age of this feminized man thing that they're doing. You have to be very masculine. Women are getting tired. And I think that's the reason why a lot of women are unhappy, saying that there's no good men out there. Some of them are being ridiculous for what they expect, but other ones are tired of men that are asking permission to be men. Take it. You don't have to ask. Take it. That's all.
I agree. All right, next question. What are the advantages of a polygamous marriage?
Don't know. You have to ask a polygamist.
Well, I mean, I'm not a polygamist, but I could see the advantages of it if you could emotionally deal with that.
I mean, there's no real commitment or responsibility the way that traditionally you would think of, because you can just kind of run free. Hey, honey, I brought another one home this week.
No, I don't agree. There is a commitment. You have a commitment with the people that you're with. If you decide that you're going to have, like, 2 wives, for instance, you are committed to those 2 people, and you have to care for those. And you have more responsibility as a man, actually. As a woman, I see the advantages of a polygamous marriage as you got a built-in babysitter. You got the times when you don't feel like having sex, you have somebody else to do it. I mean, like, you have somebody to help you with the housework if y'all all live together. You know, if the days you don't feel like cooking, there's somebody else there to do it. So that doesn't mean, look. And then if you have a freaky mind, then look, the possibilities. So there are possibilities. I mean, there are advantages to a polygamous marriage. However, that is for those people, and I'll say women, that is for those women who can emotionally handle that. So if you're like a very logical and emotionally put together woman, yeah, I say there are possibilities. There's a lot of advantages, and y'all are really quiet, so I think y'all don't agree with me.
No,
I mean,
that's true, but it's kind of creepy to think. I mean, go ahead, Logic. Ugh. Go ahead. Logic, really.
What just happened?
There's silence. No, silence,
she said
please.
go ahead. She was waiting for you to speak.
Oh, I'm saying I don't know. I mean, I know that polygamous societies and cultures and religions, they it's not just a free for all. There's certain requirements before you can take on other wives and stuff like that. So it's not just hey, I'm just bringing home chicks. Like there's parameters that you have to follow and meet to be able to do that. But I'm sure in the aspect of household things being taken care of is probably easier. I just can't imagine wrapping my mind around being a dude and having to deal with more than one attitude, problem, arguments, just, oh, God, I couldn't. That's too much.
Someone around the house is on their period. You can guarantee that at any given time. Rotating.
Well, and Logic, how do you think about polygamous in the aspect of the woman has more than one guy? Then you're not the only one who has to deal with her problems.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, besides a woman having more than one access to security, like I don't see how a dude, because I know how men are. Men are very territorial, so I don't know how that will work. That doesn't seem like it would work for me.
Right, I imagine that's rarely successful. It just isn't. We're not even designed that way. I mean, there's whores out there that just want to sleep with 10 guys, and they do that all the time. But imagine a woman knowing that she's got, John on Monday, Michael on Wednesday.
No, there's a country in Africa where they do that. I can't remember what country it is. It's like an area.
Yeah, that's true.
And this woman had like 3 husbands or something like that. But I can't imagine. See, I keep going back to men, archetypal type of men. I can't imagine an alpha being in that situation where he's sharing his woman. That just wouldn't happen, because he would not be able to do that. But I guess it would be the same thing. If she has a bunch of betas and they all handle different areas of her life. I mean, women kind of do it now without the marriage part. They juggle men. This one takes care of her car. This one takes care of her rent. This one takes care of her, Yeah. I can see why.
I mean, and men really aren't built to deal with having another man in their territory, so
right.
I don't think that'll work. But, either way, I think if you can emotionally deal with it, there are definitely advantages to a polygamous marriage. You know, so that's what I think. I don't think I could emotionally deal with it, but if I were to take that emotion out, then yeah, I would definitely be down for it.
Wow, Kai.
What?
I don't know. It just sounds exhausting. I don't. Well, anyway, I kind of feel like this. People that agree to that type of arrangement, I just feel that they have an extreme insecurity in actual commitment to obviously to one person, because I don't know if they're afraid of rejection or maybe that person, one person will leave at some point and walk away for someone else, or if they'll get bored and they know they were committed to that person for life and now they really don't want to be with them. You know, people do get fat, they get bald, their teeth fall out, or they stop becoming interesting. So, you know, so I don't know. To me, it's the type of insecurity that leads to, okay, it's safer if I have more than one and I have my selection, That way I can always have variety and interest and, but this almost doesn't seem fair. Because
but you're thinking of it in a whole different aspect.
There's many ways to think of it. It's not just a social decision. I mean, it's not just cultural. Culturally, there are definitely places in other countries.
Well, I wasn't even saying culturally. I was given the benefits of having more than one woman, for instance, in a relationship. But you're now going on a whole different ballpark, as in, well, if I get bored of him, I have somebody else. Like, what?
No, I was speaking of a man. This rarely happens with a woman that has all the man. That has several husbands. I was speaking in the eyes of what I imagine how a man would see it. Do you see what I mean? Because
listen,
of a woman that has all 10 husbands.
A woman and a man would do it for two different reasons. Like I said, I think women would do it for more resources. Like I think it would be each man has a position to play in the resources in her life, and that she may have one that she's really likely and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the other ones are there to supplement, other things in her life. Dudes will do it out of greed, where it's just I want to smash a chick with different type of boobies every day. Like it'll be something dumb like that, where it's not based on anything. Like a lot of guys I knew over the years, they had a girl that they claimed that they loved. Like, yeah, man, I love her. I've been with her for years. But they keep cheating. So my thing is, you don't love her. What it is you have some kind of connection with this girl, whatever it may be. Maybe it's just a deep friendship. But you don't really love her because you're still out there sampling new twat. So that's out of greed. It's not that these women were bringing anything new to their lives. It was just new chicks with a new face and a new body. That's it. So it's just totally different for men. It's just about banging something new, usually.
All right. How about? I think we've had this question before, like a couple years ago. My husband doesn't turn me on anymore. What should I do?
Wow.
Her husband doesn't turn her on anymore. Is that what she said?
Yeah. And the question is, what should I do?
Does she know why? Does she know why?
I don't know. That's the question. My husband doesn't turn me on anymore. What should I do?
You're vague. I mean, looks, personality, attitude. We don't know. It's like which angle do you take? Because it could be a number of reasons.
See, the way people ask questions is a real telltale sign of how they are. The fact that you're being so vague with such a major question, he doesn't turn me on anymore. Like you can't even you're not saying he gained weight or he is working and we don't have time and it's getting boring, or he is intellectually not stimulating me. Like you're not saying anything. You're just saying, oh, he's not turning me on anymore. My question would be, why is your husband in charge of your turn on? You can't figure out what makes you excited and then kind of convey that information to your husband, give him a little helping hand on how to keep his wife happy. Like you're asking the internet what to do? That's dumb. Talk to your husband. Grow up, madam. Grow up and talk to your husband and tell him the passion is bleeding away for you, and you figure it out. If it's something physical, then work on it. If he used to be in shape, and now that life is setting in, and he's gaining weight or maybe getting too skinny, talk to him. Tell him, this is what it is. I want to go to the gyms, and I want us to stay where we are. Blah blah blah. Talk. Doesn't turn me on anymore. The twat.
I think you struck a nerve. All right.
Oh my gosh!
Wait. Look, I was scrolling up. I found 2 amazing questions. Oh my God! So, all right. This question says, should I end my 8-year marriage? My wife lied to me. I just found out I'm not the father of our son.
Yes. She banged some other dude and then made you believe that you were the father of the child, and you took on the responsibility of some other man's seed. Leave her.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, but how does that play in with the kid? Because the kid thinks that's his father, and I don't really think you should just.
And whose problem is that?
Well,
I mean,
I have an example of someone that honestly this happened to, and it's more than one person, but my most example is. There was someone that was married for 15 years, right? During the course of 15 years, they had 9 kids. Well, actually, no, we had 2 from other marriages, whatever. Anyway, so let's say 7. Out of 7 kids, 3 of them, he was told, were not his. But the mother did not inform the husband until she told the children when they turned 18. So... And I take that back. One or 2 of them, she told them before the 2 children turned 18 or that around that age. So they broke up, they divorced, and then later it was like, oh yeah, there's one more. And then so the child was completely raised with this person, thinking all 3 of them. But the one, the younger ones, I don't know. But I know the one that turned 18 years old. Imagine you turned 18. And say your brother was 19, and this entire time that's who you thought was your father. I mean, that's just bad. And I can't believe how many scandalous people are out there to do something like that. But,
I mean, that is. But my question is, it's not the kid's fault.
Here you go.
Being the child's father, but it doesn't.
You always do that. One has nothing to do with the other, okay? This kid's mother is a lying, conniving slut who banged some guy, got pregnant, conceived and carried this bastard child, gave birth under the guise that this person was the father. This is how much of a sociopathic whore she was. She then spewed this baby into existence, had this man taking care of somebody else's seed. And the question is whether or not you should leave. You should definitely leave. Because she has showed that she does not care about making a complete fool of you and making you take on someone else's responsibilities due to her being a lying slut. Leave. There's nothing to discuss. Get out of there. And get a blood test, because that means she's been banging dudes with no condoms.
You're right, exactly. But a lot of women do that for money. They figure, I'll just put it off on this one because Henry has money. But Bob, the real father, and I know he's the real father, he's broke. So I'll just see how long
it's not about money. It's about being a selfish asshole. You could have easily gotten an abortion or taken the morning after pill. Okay, she's a selfish asshole. That's what that's coming down to. And 1 out of 5 people.
No. If it's a wealthy person and you can pin that on them, that has nothing to do with the morning after pill.
Okay, all right, I'm done.
A lot of women are opportunities, and that's what their opportunity is. If I pin
it. Char. All right.
You guys don't. If you headline.
She's already married to this dude What reason would she have to pin a
No,
child on it? She's already with him.
I didn't say her. I said quite often the examples that happen just very much like this. The person, if when they're not even married at this point. The point is that it happens a lot. Whether you're married already when you realize it, or whether it's you're together in a relationship and now I'm going to trap you and say this was your child. Or no, I take that back. My example, they were married as well. Okay, but the reason why they were married is because that person, when she realized she was pregnant, she knew money, so I'll put it on him. I mean, think about it. Why not put it on the guy that has the money? And that was just an example. That's just an example.
Next question.
Hopefully the listener is listening that this does happen, but it's very sad. There's no good ending to it. You have to get out.
Okay. I'm going to save the really good question for last. So I'm going to ask this one. Would you get rid of your pet if your new partner asked you to?
Nope.
I got to tell you, that's not happening.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one? I just met you. You can hit the door. You don't have to come in here. My pet ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, new guy, too, at that, right? But why would we want to marry anyone?
How was that a hard one, Char?
You just said new one. I said, it's a new, kind of like a new guy. Okay, never mind, because he hasn't been around anyway. But I think that anyone who has a personality that's selfish enough to ask you to give up your pet, why would I want to marry him or even be that serious with him in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, just keep it moving. That tells you what you're in store for in the future. If you can control something like that, my pet, many people consider their pets part of their family, then how heinous are you? So that should be a sign to run while you still have a chance to do so.
Logic, your answer? You could just give a short one.
Not happening.
That was short.
All right, so. Well, yeah, I told him to give a short one. All right. Hold on. So a listener just messaged in saying, my brother dumped his last girlfriend because she told him it was her or the dog. He said,
wow.
Peace out. He said, come here, Fido. Good boy. Kill. Fido, kill.
Women, I don't think women will ever win against a dog, because a dog is always happy to see you. They are always the same. Listen, I'm thinking.
Are you saying a dude will 100% always choose the dog over the woman?
I'm telling you, I know dogs. Listen, this in particular will make you love a dog. If a dog is walking through the room past you and you stop the dog like, hey, what you doing? All his plans has just stopped. And now he's locked in with you. Whatever that dog was going to do is no longer an issue now, because you're talking to him like, hey, what's going on? And he will sit there and chill with you and forget completely about where he was about to go to. A cat, you will run around your house and have to lift up couches to try to get your cat, because they'll just be like, get away from me. I don't want to, But a dog... The dog could be in the middle of falling asleep. What you doing for? Come here. He'd get up and come over there. What's up? What you talking to me? Oh, hey, what's going on? Yeah.
I mean,
good Lord.
The dog,
okay.
And then they still love them unconditionally 10 seconds later. That's bad. Dogs are always loyal. They are.
All right, so final question. Final question. I really like traveling, but my boyfriend doesn't. And he tells me if I ever go out of town, he will definitely cheat on me. We've been together for about 3 years now. What should I do?
What? Dump him anyway, because what they say something so stupid.
What she should do is go on vacation out of town.
Right.
And when she comes back, change her number.
That shouldn't even be a question. That's a controlling guy. Like, he's trying to control you.
She needs to watch how Stella got her groove back with some popcorn. seriously, and just like really observe it, and then go get a groove that. Go to the Bahamas, treat yourself. He's gonna do it anyway. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't ever stay with anybody who threatens to cheat on you if you do something they don't like. That, I mean, look, I'll tell you, just like I told my ex-husband, go for it. Have fun. Let me know how it went when you're done. If you could find me, of course.
Right.
But, you know, if they're using cheating as a way to control you, then you need to move on. I don't even know how you even asking this question. If you like to travel, I mean, even if you're with somebody you like to travel, they don't. There's always a compromise in there. But for that person to say, well, look, I don't like traveling, you're not going anywhere, and I swear to you, if you step foot out of this town, I'm going to sleep with your best friend.
They're just looking for a reason. That's all. You know what I mean?
I would give him a camera. Here, take pictures.
Right. Oh, no, that's bad. So sorry, caller. Really bad.
I mean, these... Sometimes, and I'm not saying don't stop sending us questions. It's just sometimes the questions that we get, I can't believe, like, people actually think like this. Like, I had to, even though we were asked that question about, you know, I wanted him to try harder, I wanted to ask it on purpose because it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, if somebody's asking you out.
Go ahead. Somebody asking you out.
No, I was going to say, if somebody's asking you out and you are interested in that person, then the common sense thing to do is say yes. Like I've seen on TV where they talk about, oh, you're playing hard to get, huh? But who does that? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me.
That happens. Believe it or not,
and then you're going to ask, well, why didn't he try harder? Like, well, first of all, he doesn't know you. That's why he's asking you out, to get to know you so y'all can be together, yada, yada, yada. He just came in and said, hi, hey, can I have your number? Oh, well, try harder. No.
The game? Let's play a game. Oh, God.
I don't know. I couldn't be a dude. I just couldn't be a dude. Speaking of which, there's a video on our Facebook page, No Conduct Radio, on Facebook. It says 5 or 10 things to do to keep your wife happy or whatever. I want to see what y'all have to say about it. Go to our Facebook page, watch that video. Please comment below. I personally think the video is completely asinine, and I'm so happy that I'm a woman, because if I was a guy, I'd probably either be a whore or be single, because none of that's happening. The video was saying something like, I'll just mention a couple, something like, you know, if there are chores to do around the house, do the chores. Help me out. Ask me, what is it? Ask me if I'm hungry and what I want to eat. Think of me first. Put me first.
Good
Lord. I personally didn't even watch the whole video because I was just like, this is bullcrap. And I was wondering if it was a parody, but it didn't show anywhere that it was a parody. So, anyway, watch the video on our Facebook page. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Because, yeah, I'm glad I'm a woman and not a dude. And Logic, you say women say that all the time, like, you know, if they were a dude, this is what they would do. But, I mean, from what I'm seeing, I can't even have females as friends. Like, I don't see how I would do it as a dude. Like, just be stuck with one woman is, oh, my God.
It is a chore, but obviously the ideal thing is to get with somebody who is like-minded. I think men need to start realizing that they don't owe women anything, and they don't need to feel thankful that a woman is in their life. That's your birthright. You should be with a woman, you know, if obviously that's the way that you swing. You should be with a woman who appreciates you and will have sex with you in the manner in which you want them to have sex with you. You shouldn't have to bargain for anything. If you have to, then you're with somebody who is gaming you in some way, and you need to leave. It's just like a woman. A woman should not have to feel thankful that a guy is loyal and will not cheat on them when they go out of town or they're sick or they can't have sex for some reason or another. You shouldn't feel like there's a countdown. Even when it comes to dating, you shouldn't feel like, well, I got to have sex with him because he's just going to go somewhere else to get it. If that's the case, don't talk to that guy because that guy should value you for more than just whatever sexual encounter he wants to have. If that isn't the only reason he's talking to you, then that relationship is on borrowed time because you're basing it off something stupid, which is fact. But, it's meaningless in the end of the day when there's no feelings behind it. So move on. Have enough courage to be alone. I tell my friend all of the time when he's going through problems or whatever, the best bargaining chip is to be able to walk away. Like when that person tries to get you to the table and there's a whole back and forth thing like, well, I want this, if you can walk away, that's the best bargaining chip you can have because they have nothing that they can hold over your head to keep you at that table to continue to negotiate. Do not negotiate with terrorists. If she is being unreasonable, leave. Burn the whole house down. Like, look, okay, listen, we can forget all of this. Kick rock. Oh, really? Yes. Pack your bags. The bus is at the corner. Take it easy. And women need to do the same thing with men. If there's dudes out there and every time he has the baby mom and got this problem, this girl in his phone and these numbers, leave. Don't sit there and listen to whatever he's going to tell you. Leave. It's nonsense. But yeah, these women are crazy. Ask me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. The women are crazy.
No, I'm just saying, this craziness is like, you haven't asked me if I ate today or like, what? Click. Hang up on them.
I want to say who does that, but we only have 3 minutes. Who cares if he asked you if you ate today? Are you serious right now? Did you eat? Good Lord. See, like I said, I couldn't be a dude. Real quick question because I think people are answering a question that we posted on Instagram, which is, after a breakup, would you ask for your gifts back or would you give back all the gifts that you've gotten?
Wait, what?
After a breakup, would you ask for your gifts back or would you give back all the gifts that you got?
I would give the wedding ring back, but unless it's a requirement, why am I giving back other items that you've given me?
Why am I giving back the wedding ring?
Well, I mean, isn't that traditionally what you're supposed to do? Respectfully, you give the ring back. You don't pawn it or get money.
Respectfully, I'm going to the pawn shop.
Oh,
yeah.
Seriously. I mean,
it's mine. You gave it to me. Are you serious?
Yeah. Lots of them get the ring back. They may not want to, but seriously. Don't do that.
My ex-husband, I kept my ring, and I took my ring that I bought for him, too. They were all mine.
Did you say that?
Oh.
Yeah, I kept my ring, and I took my ring that I bought for him. They were all mine.
Okay. Well, there you go. You took the ring. Well, you got the ring back. My point exactly.
Yeah, but I kept mine, too. It was mine. Mine was mine, and his was mine.
You can't have it. I don't know. I don't see why you're giving back anything else, though. Like, I mean, you bought me a TVs and pretty necklaces and all that. Why am I not giving anything else back? No, your fault.
I bought him a TV. I took that back. I took back all the big stuff that I bought. That was mine. Because my logic is I gave it to somebody that I cared about. Obviously, that's not you, so give me my shit back.
When we break up, am
I wrong?
Oh, well.
Yes, you are wrong.
That is not wrong logic. I bought somebody I cared about a big old TV. Now you're being a douchebag and we're breaking up and I'm supposed to let you walk away with that?
No, I'm saying you're wrong for thinking that you can keep the ring, but you're expecting them to give the TV back.
Right.
I didn't expect them to do it. I took it.
My point is, you wanted back this high-priced item that you gave out of a loving gesture. That's the same thing as the ring. If you are no longer marrying this person, you need to get that ring back. It is not yours. It was not a gift. It was a gesture of this is the relationship that we're going to have. You're denying to be in that relationship, so give it back.
Right.
You know, that's just like those stories about these women that break up with a guy and they refuse to give him back the family ring of his grandmother and stuff like that.
That's different, though.
No, it's not different. Yeah. No, it's not different because in their minds they say, well, you gave me this ring, and so this is mine now. Yeah, that happened. That's crazy.
Well, I would we only have 10 seconds left, but I would give the family ring back. Other than that, if you gave me a ring and it wasn't in your family, it's mine. Your ring is mine. The TV's mine, and everything else that I say is mine is mine. Thank you for listening tonight. We'll be back next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for all your questions. See you next week. Peace out, everyone.
Everyone have a great week. Signing off from Las Vegas. Have a good one. Bye-bye.